Hello, how you doing? This is Rodrigo and this is Gabriela.
I'm Gabriela, that's Rodrigo. And we are in Amoeba Records here in Los Angeles. And this is
What's
what
in my
we
bag?
in our box. I saw this one, this soundtrack from a film called Kiki's Delivery from a famous director called Miyazaki Hayao. The music is beautiful, and you can play it on guitar too if you want to. And the film is fun. It's for kids, but it's beautiful. It's handmade, all the animation, so it's a piece of art.
Now, I got this Hermanos Gutierrez, which is the latest album. I got to hear from them, I think like 2 years ago. Their previous album, it was like something I think they composed it in Mexico or something. I learned that they are from Switzerland, but their parents, I think, the father is from Ecuador or something. I'm not really a guitar music person, actually. But
that's the paradox.
Yeah, it's a massive paradox. But this is one of the very few duos that or even guitar music full that I am really into, because the atmosphere they create is incredible. It's so good.
It's uplifting. It gives you this energy. Rodrigo introduced this band to me, and I also agree with Rod. I like guitar music, and I like guitarists too. But I think these guys have a very different sound and very chilled. And I guess, like, in comparison with you and I,
we need that.
We need like calm down. So for us, this will be like a, because we don't smoke. so for us, Hermanos Rodriguez is like our weed. It's just. So this one is also soundtrack vinyl album. And I recently discovered one of my favorite composers, Ryuichi Sakamoto, did the score for this series. The music, it should be beautiful.
I got these Robo Hands. I didn't really know much about this guy until recently. I own a restaurant, and I'm looking always for good music for the restaurant. And when I listened to him, I thought it was perfect for it.
No, it's a cool.
You like it?
Yes,
Yeah?
I do actually, and it's just one of those things that it has such a vibe. It doesn't have like a sticky melody, so you can just listen it to.
Repeatedly. And I don't know.
It just flows. It's really
it's
like
just
and
one
laid
guy.
back also. It's another laid back.
Yeah, super laid back.
Now let's see what else do. Oh, Nina Simone.
The other woman finds time to manicure her nails.
First, I was trying to find an album called The Highest Priestess of Soul but because it's the most iconic Nina Simone's album, where Feeling Good and all those songs are included. But instead, I found this one, and it should be amazing. It's a live album from Town Hall.
Yeah.
So, Nina Simone. Any
Yeah.
other comment?
No?
Okay.
Awesome?
'Cause when she's by his side,
Another new guy on the blog, Leonard Cohen.
when you mean to tell her that you have no love to give her, then she gets you on her wavelength.
You know that we lived in Ireland for so many years, and we discovered back in the late 90s, when we were there for the first time, the phenomena of singer-songwriter. Because, you know, for us coming from Mexico and growing into the heavy metal scene, it was totally not our thing, you know. And we met a lot of singer-songwriters in Ireland, and then I wasn't really into this kind of music. It was too weird for me. Yeah, then I kind of got older and understood that it was much more about the lyrics and everything. I was in Denmark with my girlfriend, and we saw the exhibition. I don't know if you got to see it, the Leonard Cohen, incredible.
He knew for certain only drowning men could see it. He said all men will be sailors then, until the sea shall free them.
I didn't see the exhibition, but I agree with Rod. Like originally, we didn't know, we were not much into lyrics, listening to lyrics back then, especially living in Ireland. Because when we used to live in Mexico, you got subtitles, just so you understand Bob Dylan or whatever. But when we came to Ireland and we were discovering these new artists, we didn't have subtitles, so we couldn't really value the aspects of the lyrics and everything else. But when you learn how these people live and how inspiring their life can be, and particularly Leonard Cohen was a meditator and he became a monk at the last days of his life. So that's super interesting to know too, you know. So yes,
Yeah.
good pick.
There's nowhere to say goodbye.
So Betty Davis was a 1970s amazing, great guitarist and singer and songwriter too. And she used to be wife of Miles Davis, but she was wild.
'Cause you know I could possess your body too, don't you? You know I could make you crawl.
Nowadays, she would have been big, but not back in the 70s in a super patriarchal society that it had no room for artists like her, that she was just like full on in your face, no problem.
Now clear my hands, music to the youth and let the bed drop. Tell 'em how.
She just was this being of incredible energy, and that made a lot of people uncomfortable. So her albums were sort of frozen for a while, and just a few years ago it was just recently. So I'm so happy I found her here.
That if I'm in love, just might get picked up.
So, The Smile. Well, The Smile is a side project with Tom York's side project.
Easy, easy, it begs me while I'm sleeping.
I wasn't into Radiohead when I was a kid, especially being a metalhead. No, not a chance, right?
No,
No,
I
I mean,
like them.
I really,
but
I didn't like Radiohead until I was
I
more
thought
kind of.
Radiohead was awesome.
Not a phantom, I follow to the edge.
And then recently we did a cover for Weird Fishes last year, was it?
Man,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
put it.
know,
We
but
put it out like
somewhere.
last year, and just to discover the way they perceive music, it was incredible. my last pick is Tool, the latest, Fear Inoculum. We come from a metal background as well, and this album, especially the fourth track, is incredible. That was the first track I listened from this album.
I love Tool. Yes, that album is great. My favorites were the
10,000
days.
The pre-show music for our shows since 2008, I think. The last song is The Pot. And we always, and people now know it, you know, and there's a drop before the end, and the lights goes off and the drop, and still, you know, fans know that we're about to come out. It's always like, always I listen to the Pot, it's like I feel like even when I'm not about to hit stage, it's like the adrenaline hit, you know.
Kicks in.
Yeah.
And the last little goodies that I found was these notebooks or calendars. And recently I got into anime. I loved comics and I loved drawing and I loved visual arts. And I missed all of the anime stuff because me and Rod for many years, maybe 20 years, we stayed on the road. So everybody asking us, have you seen this series? And we're like, no, we were on the road. Probably we were playing gigs. And so when we kind of finished that cycle of being on the road for 20 years, like playing 200 gigs a year, we sort of start to see the world again, you know. Oh,
we recently discovered Breaking Bad.
We knew about that because one of our tunes is in there. We knew, and everybody, oh, your music is in Breaking Bad. And we're like, oh, great, but we didn't see, we just recently saw, you saw it, right? I haven't finished it. And then my niece and nephew introduced me to anime. I was looking for the scoring album for this anime Attack on Titans. And the guy who composed the music is a young composer, Japanese, Hiroki Sawano. I highly recommend it to you because it's a lot of heavy rock with the orchestra and electronics, and it's just very dark and it's super cool. All of this anime also sort of inspired us for the new album, Descending to Nowhere, that it has a story. That's my picks for today.
Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.